We have one case study question from the chapter linear equation. It says a test consists of true and false questions. 1 marks is awarded for every correct answer, and 1/4, 1/4 marks is deducted, right? It is deducted for every incorrect answer. Now, uh, a student who answered 120 questions and he got 90 marks. He got 90 marks. Then based on this, we have to answer the following questions. Now, what you can see in the first part, let's say erase this. Now, in the first part, they're asking if the answers to all question he attempted by guessing were wrong. So those questions, or those, whatever the number of question he guessed was wrong, then we have to find the number of question he answered correctly. So in the first part, what we are going to do here, let's say I have taken the number of questions answered correctly as X and the number of question he attempted by guessing as Y. As you can see that he is given 1 marks for doing it correctly. So 1 marks is given for correct and half marks is deducted for answering incorrectly. So we can frame an equation. Let's say 1 multiplied by X, right? 1 marks is given for every correct answer and he has done X number of correct answers. So it should be 1X, which we write as X only. But the marks is deducted. That's why I placed a minus. And how much? 1/4 marks, that is 0.25 marks, is deducted for wrong questions, or since the answer questions he guessed was wrong, so we can say that there were Y number of wrong answer. So 1/4 of Y will be the total marks deducted. And the total marks he got after this, he got how much? 90 marks. You can see he got 90 marks here. You can see this is 90 marks he got. Therefore, we can see that this is equal to 90. Now, if I take LCM, it's going to be 4X minus Y over 4 is equal to 90. If I do cross multiplication, it's 4X minus Y. If I transpose Y to the other side, it is 360. 9 into 4. So this is our first equation. Now, further, we know that the total number of questions that he has done, the total number of questions he answered is 120. So we can say that there were total questions of, that is the number of questions either he guessed or which is correct is 120. I repeat, here the number of questions is 120, total number of questions irrespectively whether he answered correctly or incorrectly. Now, if I solve these two linear equation, I'm doing by elimination. I can see this, adding these two equation, Y get cancelled. So we have 5X is equal to 480. 480, that implies X is equal to 480 divided by 5. And that comes out to be 96. So we can say the value of X is 96 here. So we got X, which is the number of questions. X is equal to 96. Now we can also find Y by placing in any of the equation. Let's say, for example, if I place the value of X over here in this equation, if I place the equation, I'm talking about the second one, it's easier to obtain. If I plug in X here as 96 from here, placing X as 96, we are getting Y as 120 minus 96, which is 24. So we got Y as 24. Now, let's begin with the first part once again. In the first part, the question was if all what we have to find out here, that find the how many questions that he answered correctly. So number of questions he has answered correctly is 96. Then we have to find how many questions he guessed. So clearly it is 24, which we calculated. Now in the next part, it says if answers to all the questions attempted by guessing were wrong, once again, same situation, and he answered 80 correctly, then how many marks he got? So he has answered 80 correctly. That means here he is getting 1 marks for every correct answer. So that means he will get 80 multiplied by 1. 80 multiplied by 1 for correct answer. But then marks will be deducted for the remaining. As you can see, he had altogether 120 questions. Out of this 120 questions, he has answered 80 of them correctly. That means the remaining 40 he answered incorrectly. So therefore, we'll subtract 1/4 marks from the 40 question. That should be his marks. I should explain this once again. We have 120 questions altogether and he has done 80 questions correctly. That's why he is getting 1 marks for each question. So it's 80 into 1. But remaining is what? 120 minus 80, that is 40, is he answered by guessing, and these answers are wrong. And therefore, 1/4 is deducted. That's why 1/4 of 40, which is what? This is 80, and 1/4 of 40 is 10. So that comes out to be 70 is the answer for the final part. So we can say for the last part, correct answer should be the number of questions. The marks he got is 70, not the number of questions.